So far, I've been talking a lot. Any kind of questions that sort of come up at this time? Because we're going to be talking about some other things, because so far we've been talking about having our eyes look and position and focus. Those are important to get information and to be able to get the information of what we're looking at into our brains. So the next step is what our brains do with it. So a big part of vision that's not really talked about or even recognized really is what goes on in the brain once a person looks. Because as I mentioned, the eye system is not isolated. It's working when other body systems are in play, obviously. So we're looking and we're listening, we're looking and remembering, we're looking and moving our eyes and trying to understand different information. Understanding, remembering, and what's called processing and integrating vision is a big part of how our vision system is used. And a part of that is how our vision system is set up when we look at something and what the surrounding area actually is. Believe it or not, I can have a child here with a very restricted use of their vision. I can have them look at their mom's face across maybe from this distance to Anne's here, and I'll have them look at their mom's nose. And I'll say, can you see, when you look at the nose, can you see your mom's chin? And a lot of kids can't see those two things at the same time. They are only using a very small central, what's called the central part of their vision system. And they're unable, the peripheral vision system, which is most of our vision system actually, is not balanced with where the person actually looks at. What does that mean? Well, let me show you what some kids actually experience. I just happen to have a couple of tubes here from a passing out. So here you go. So just keep both. Yes, two of them I have, I think, enough for everybody. What's up, sir? There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Here you go.
Oh, yes, binoculars have a problem.
Yes.
We want to have a break in like 5 minutes.
Perfect, that's good. Nice. Yes, that pizza smells so good. I guess you guys don't have to share these.
I can't deal with it.
Okay. So just put those, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to put the tubes in front of your eyes and put the tips together. So you're looking just with one, actually put the tips together so that you have one circle. Okay. So a lot of kids will only be able to use that much of their vision.
Oh, wow.
And so guess what happens? Number one, I'm not going to pay attention with my vision because I'm not getting a lot of information. So a lot of kids will do something else. Will pay attention to, they will be more tuned into information they can touch and feel and manipulate. We see a lot of kids that are very good listeners, but they can't, and because they're trying to interact, they really reinforce a different sense, basically. And let me have these here for a second. So here's my vision. Something's going on over here. What am I going to do? I don't know what's going on. It might be something that I need to try to look at. So I'm going to And the teacher's over here, Johnny, what are you looking at over there?
Right.
And that is constant throughout the whole day. There's always things that are going on. But the person has to be able to use vision as a support. But if it's very insignificant, they're not going to be able to handle and be comfortable. Or they're going to have to use so much energy to get the information that is what is supposed to be understood. We see kids that are so tired after school because they're using so much energy just to interact and try to get things going. Kids are great. Kids are smart. And the other thing they tell parents is that they are trying as hard as they can. Doesn't look like that sometimes, but sometimes they hit a wall and then they go in a different direction. But they're trying as hard as they can. They want to be like everybody else. They want to be successful. And so we see kids that are trying so hard, but they really lack a lot of skills, vision integrative skills, that wears them out, basically. And they're not going to get very far because they're just using so much effort and energy, unlike kids that have a lot of these developed skills. So let's take a break, and then we'll talk about the skills that I have outlined so far, and I'll give you some information on that. So let's take a break and